What's up, chat? Happy, what is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, April 14th, 2021. Uh, Hump day, man. We are right here in the thick of things. Yankees base loaded, ground ball coming home. Oh, let's go. We get the out at home. So now bases loaded, 1 out. Oh man, happy Wednesday. How we doing? You guys doing all right today? Nice, beautiful day out here in Central Texas. Instead of the Bang, I ordered a smoothie coffee, but it's not as easy to drink. So it's like tearing up the roof of my mouth. But other than that, it's an amazing day. So I hope you guys are having as good of a day as I am, and I hope you guys had a solid night last night. Lots of baseball last night, a little bit of basketball. We're here to talk some basketball. Pass ball scores a Blue Jays run. Lou Dort, 65.75 DKP. Huh? What? It's 42 real points. Oh my goodness. I think we have one of the weirdest seasons where some of the most unlikely names are dropping 40 bombs and 50 bombs, and it's just becoming a regular occurrence. But shout out to Lou Dort. If you guys had Lou Dort at Utah for 42 points, man, you guys, one, either own a time machine, or two, ran a dummy lineup and forgot to change it, man. Shout out to you, though. Paul George, tier 1, the only tier 1 on the slate, 60 and a quarter, back in Indiana. No Kawhi. He's out tonight. So is Kawhi. Jason Tatum, 55. Karis LeVert, 26-6. This might be his best overall game as a Pacer with Sabonis and Brogdon on the court. Did not have Miles Turner. Damian Lillard, 50 fantasy points. Siakam, a 50 bomb. We love Clint Capella on the stream yesterday. I'll tell you what, though. He didn't get the blocks I was expecting, but basically 2020'd. Fine play there. Not a whole lot of anomalic performances outside of the Lou Dort situation. And then guys like Gary Trent and Devontae Graham underwhelmed. But at my short shooting guard spot, I leaned on Paul George on FanDuel mainly, and then my top lineups actually had Kevin Huerter, who just fit in some spots, right? It's a good thing PJ Tucker's in, yes sir. I guess I'll turn this Yankee. Oh man, that's tough. There's a lot of news and notes to be absorbed, digested tonight. And even after going live, we got more news. So I'm going to try and get caught up. But this slate is going to be without a lot of studs, and it's a massive slate. So many games. So there's going to be a lot of next man up opportunity. There's going to be a lot of usage increases for the next man up. And we're getting more news. Dude, like, is there like a silent strike going on? This is wild. So let me scroll all the way down. Let's get caught up from the morning. Essentially, all of the Nets' main guys except Kyrie Irving will be out. Kyrie is coming back after a couple of games off due to personal reasons. I had read that Kyrie converted to Islam, and I do believe it's the Ramadan holiday. So I wonder if that has anything to do with games he missed or what we might see in the future. But KD is out, LaMarcus Aldridge out, Blake Griffin out, and Kyrie not on the injury report. Then we got Kawhi, Paul George, both out. Big time absences for the Clippers. In years past, that would be Montrezl Harrell, Lou Will situations. I think today it's going to be more like a Reggie Jackson thing. Kelly Oubre out again. PJ Tucker, we got new news on him. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been rolled out. I don't even think my projections reflect this yet. But that game's not on the slate, so we're cool with that. And then Dragic just got ruled out, and then Jimmy Butler a midday questionable. So lots of variables, lots of moving pieces to kind of keep an eye on as we navigate through the slate. Let me get caught up on chat, man. Shout out to you guys. What's up? Dang Lazy Mofos, Earth to Air, Solo. Told you how to play Dort. Please save me on the I told y'all to play 40 real point Dort. Come on, no, he was a good player. If you had him, you should be rich today. But good stuff. What up, Mopar? What up, Gun? Celebrate my birthday yesterday. Went to casino, won 355. Let's go. What up, Darn? What up, Crispy? Claxton, like some Claxton today. Let's go. Where the heck is Raj? Raj was like all up on like, are you streaming today? And I'll be honest, I almost didn't stream because it's just I've been way busy. I had to get some stuff done on the smoke detectors, and then we got all day baseball grinding the Yankee game, and then it's just a massive NBA slate. So we almost didn't do them, but we're here. There's a lot of games to chop up. So I really want to kind of get a great grasp on this one because I may go heavier on NBA than baseball tonight. Baseball slate tonight is kind of icky. Small slate. One of the main offensive games might get rolled out, and then it's just Missed that Lou Dort game last night, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Lou Dort? On slates that Lou Dort scores 40 real points at Utah, those are probably slates where I'm not winning a tournament more often than not. And I'm not hating on Lou. It's just like I would have never got there at the shooting guard spot. I just wouldn't have. But if you guys did get there, congrats to you. Like, huge play. That's what you live for. Games like that. So hopefully you did get that. Where the heck is Raj? Showstopper is typing. Here comes the excuse. He said 1 sec coming. All right. Chat, I got this Smoothie King Hulk coffee with peanut butter and almond in it. It's really good. Really tasty, delicious. We back on our health grind now that the weather's warming up a little bit. Yeah. What up, T-Spaz? Y'all doing all right? Did you guys crush it last night? Did you guys kill it last night? I hope you did. My baseball, I thought I was going to take an L on baseball, but the Dodgers wanted me to be great, and I had a whole lot of second half Trevor Bauer. Here.
Yo.
What's happening?
What's happening is, yes, it was a great night, except for Lorenzo Dort just made me not be able to take down anything.
Dort.
Yeah, Dort. That would have been the fakest game in a while.
Yeah, it was up there. It was up there on some fake stuff.
Like, that's a 3-and-D. I didn't even think it was possible for him to score 40 in a game.
It'd be like that. Sometimes players just get hot. They take over. What am I needing opening? Yeah, but lots of games tonight. Have you been keeping an eye on the news? There's a lot of ins and outs. And then, on top of all the ins and outs, I'm a sucker for Kings and Wizards whenever that matches up. And tonight it's the main event. So, like, that's where I want to start anyway. And I'll just fill in the blanks elsewhere. But, yeah, this should be a pretty high-scoring night.
We have some chalk for a 10-game slate, which is never fun. Like, I think those guys could end up being, like, 30%ers, which is massive on a 10-game slate.
Yeah. Raj, the Yankees Blue Jays tied right now.
I mean, the Jays should pull it
out. No. Okay. I said rubber. You said pull it out at the same time. Weird.
There it is.
Yeah. Let's get caught up. What's up? My guy scored 333 last night. Cut my life into pieces. This is my Lou Dort. Oof. Ooh. Marvski, what's the good people? Just got the PS5 drop through GameStop. Let's go, Marv. Yo, anybody playing MLB The Show? And anybody have the $100 version that you get early access tomorrow night? You guys know I stream on Twitch. I was thinking about streaming some MLB on the YouTube channel since it is kind of like sports related. But I am curious to see how many of you guys cross over into that demographic too. So if you guys would hang out, watch some cartoon baseball on launch night, maybe I'll move the party over here. We'll see. But if you guys are gonna play some MLB The Show, in years past I've just opened up my gaming Discord. We all just kind of hang out in the Discord and chill, grind stuff. So let me know if you guys are watching, if you're into that. 30 points from that 100K, but racked up 1K last night. Let's go T-Spaz. Hey, money's money. I'm gonna just stick to NBA. MLB's too random. Embrace the variance, KC. Embrace it.
I mean, I do agree. Like, I've been playing one lineup for MLB every day, and like, it's just not fun.
Yeah, well, don't play one lineup. There's your problem.
I mean,
but
I'm just because NBA's still around. I usually do like multiple for MLB when NBA
First of
leaves.
all, don't come at me, KC, with that MLB's too random. Lou Dort was the highest fantasy scorer last night. MLB is too random. The freak out of here.
That's one guy. MLB does like guys all over the slate
yeah, I mean
that just have career nights.
Yeah, but in MLB, a guy that breaks the slate yesterday, Adam Duvall, 4%, 70 FanDuel points or something. Yeah, he breaks the slate, whatever. But like, it's still like the variance is on your side. Like Mike Trout just choked again. You can probably still cash with Mike Trout. You can cash with these zeros. Like you just can't do that in MLB.
Yeah.
There are some like Strasburg got lit up last night. There are some stuff that shocks you, but like, don't come at me with the too random when Lou Dort drops 42 real points, my brother. What's up, Mike? Life is Lou Dort. Smoothie King is lit. They used to have a slogan that chewing is overrated. Yeah, I've been getting it a couple times this week. I have all the stuff in the freezer, all the smoothie mix, the juice and all that crap. But that's how lazy I am. I'm just like, dude, I gotta do these spreadsheets. I ain't got time to pull out the blender. I'm just go to DoorDash real quick, drop a 20 bomb, and they bring it to my door. The thing is, you have to spend $12 to get the free delivery, so I had to like add some crap to it. So I added almond and peanut butter.
Be like that.
Yeah. What's up, Pete? Happy Wednesday. What up, Josh? Did someone ask about Dort? Yes, people actually said. People actually did talk about Lou Dort, but like if you asked about Lou Dort yesterday, but like
we shut you up real quick.
But like you didn't want Lou Dort to drop 60, bro. You're like, is Lou Dort playable? Yeah, for value, sure, he might play minutes, but there's no way I was gonna target Lou Dort, 16-point dog on the road at Utah. Like that, I'm just gonna hold the L on that. That's just me.
Yeah, he was definitely measured as the Mitchell stopper.
Mm-hmm. Great.
But yeah, I mean, even him and Karis LeVert were the plays you kind of were the two. I think both those guys were like 2-3% owned. Yeah, and got it done.
Danny says, "Smooth." What's up, Danny? Out there and about. Danny's with her pops right now. Came down from South Dakota. Long trip. It's on me. All right, we got a free ticket on MLB FanDuel tonight. Who do I stack? I know nothing about MLB. Maybe tweet at me later, and I'll. I haven't broke tonight's slate open yet, and I think one of the games is gonna get postponed for rain. But tweet at me if you're on Twitter, and I'll reply with like a quick thing. Anyway, we got a bunch of games tonight. So let's see if we can't get it done before the. Was it 5:00 p.m. Eastern hour where we got to be in the Discord voice chat, and let's get cranked up, chat. As always, if you guys already done some research, drop guys you like in chat. Tell me why. If you got questions on each game, go game by game here. Let's drop them out there. We'll figure it out as a group, have a group discussion, and then yeah, we'll pencil down our picks. The train is here. And I'm ready to go. Brooklyn Nets at the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 1 on the docket here. Project starting 5 for the Nets. Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, and Nicholas Claxton taking on Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Home team Philadelphia 76ers favored by 8 points. Kyrie Irving, the only superstar available for the Nets today. No KD, no Blake, no Harden, and no LaMarcus Aldridge. It's going to be sink or swim on Kyrie's back. And that kind of like leads me to the first question, chat. Raj, Kyrie Irving's going to have all the uses in the world tonight, but it does project like an uphill battle. And if you're a believer in the Ben Simmons defense, is Kyrie worth going after at 10K? And to put that question in perspective, Russell Westbrook is in the highest total game against the worst defense at 11K. So you're not just going to have 9K left over, to have both of them more often than you won't. And then there's other guys like Steph Curry on the slate. De'Aaron Fox is a little cheaper running it back against the Wizards. So in perspective, if Kyrie is a 40 to 50 fantasy point window tonight, is that somebody that you should key in on such a massive slate where we're probably going to want the big game? So Kyrie has all the uses in the world. He has the handles of a beast. But this is Philly at home, and Nets are without some help. Rod's Kyrie, where do you tier him?
I'm thinking right now I might end up fading him. Just it might be an ownership play. If he's underowned, I probably want to double the field in case he does drop 40. I think he needs to drop a minimum 40 real life points to keep this game close. But I could also see a fade, and you think the Nets get blown out here relatively easily. I prefer Fox, similar price tag to him. Like you said, Westbrook. I prefer other studs on the slate. So I'd be perfectly okay fading Kyrie Irving. If I do play Kyrie Irving, I'd probably play him with some Joel Embiid. I think Joel Embiid should be able to feast here. This could be, I mean, both these guys could have, like, Kyrie Irving could have 50 real life points. Joel Embiid, this seems like a 30-20 spot for him. He should be able to do anything down the middle there. So if I play Kyrie, give me some Embiid with him. If I fade Kyrie, I'm probably just going to fade this game.
What about Nick Claxton? No, obviously, no Blake, no LaMarcus. And of course, this is the post Jarrett Allen era. Almost bare bones went on DraftKings at 3,100. Could it be PPM his way into 25 fantasy points? I think it's possible. But I'm kind of with you. I'm not like jamming in the Nets early on. I don't want to get overzealous here. I think Kyrie makes a lot of sense. It's one of those spots where if at the end of the night Kyrie has 60, it's just like, well, duh, right? Not shocked. Yeah. So, and then on the run back option here, Joel Embiid. I mean, this Nets front court's already been just a rug, a carpet that you walk on. And Joel Embiid at home, 10K. I'm looking again for a high return on my high dollar guys. If I roster Embiid here, I probably want a shot at 60. I mean, I got him projected right about 50 fantasy points, and at 50, that dog will hunt. But man, I want the big score from my top guys tonight. So I think the meditation for me is on whether or not this game stays close. And right now, I gotta lean that the Sixers have a massive advantage here. So kind of
what's the Vegas spread?
8 right now. Kind of leaving a room, room for error. Also, 7K Ben Simmons on FanDuel seems like in 100 lineups, I probably wouldn't have 0. And then, man, outside of Kyrie, like you want to believe that Joe Harris should have 20 real points, but 20 real points doesn't guarantee a 5K value hit. Because he seems very scoring dependent. Maybe Jeff Green at 4,600 on DraftKings will kind of elevate to the top of some of the value charts. But yeah, kind of a hard to read game. And the only reason I'm not bullish on Kyrie here is because I really, 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 really one, like De'Aaron Fox, who is cheaper than Kyrie, and two, definitely will want some Russell Westbrook as well. So, chat, I want to see what you guys got on this one. Momo says Kyrie is a lock. Solo says pass on Kyrie. Ben Simmons locking down Kyrie. One thing I really don't like. I don't know if this is fair, but Kyrie is he converted to Islam, and I think
I did not know that.
It's a recent thing, but the
okay.
Ramadan
game.
Well, if you know about Ramadan, like you don't eat during the daytime, right? Like, I wonder if that would have like a tangible impact on him, But that's it's not fair to bring that up, and I'm not using it against. I'm just like wondering if that would be something that.
Not being racist, God.
It's not. No, I'm just saying. Like I've had people that work for me that observe it, and it's just like. You could tell the energy's not there during the daytime. So I'm going to be watching for that tonight. But usage-wise, I'm going to be all over some not all over. So if you're running 100 lineups, you're not going to have no Kyrie, right? You're going to have a little.
Yeah, 100 lineups, you're going to have some. Yeah, probably. I mean, if I'm at 100 lineups, maybe 5 or 10%. Again, not going to take a big stand with him. Just like you said, other studs on the slate, Fox, Westbrook. But I also want some like dueling Kyrie and Embiid lineups just in case Kyrie has 50 real life points and Embiid goes off too. So I think that'd be a good way to do it. On a single entry, 3 entry max, less than 20 entries, I think a fade is okay.
Momo said he's fasting today, but he'd be ready to break his fast in the second quarter. Okay, so I guess so. No shot. Someone's actually knocking. Raj, talk. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Yeah, guys. So this game is not really something you're going to target. Usually, when Kevin Durant and James Harden are out, Kyrie's there. It's a spot where you just click the guy who's playing. But again, got to respect the Simmons defense. And I think it's not just Simmons. They're going to have Danny Green to throw at him. Thibault could see some minutes. Josh Richardson. I'm sorry, not Josh Richardson. Thibault, Danny Green. I mean, they're just going to have a lot of bodies. I mean, if I was Philly, I would just double team Kyrie every single time, make somebody else beat me. So I'm leaning towards the fade here. That seems like the way to go. And I'm thinking the field kind of does the same here, where everyone's going to kind of focus on that Washington Sacramento game and probably fade the spot. So
All right,
Kyrie Irving could be a good GP.
That's my bad, yeah. Sunsets around the second quarter. All right. Burns and Glass now two filthiest pitchers in baseball. Yeah, Burns, both those guys could be in line for the Cy Young for each league.
People, I think the field will be on that Sacramento Washington game and we'll play Fox.
All right. Let's move on to the next game here. My bad. That was mad unprofessional, but I had locked the door and Danny couldn't get in. And then, yeah, so we're good. Cavs at the Hornets. Next game on the docket. Projects already 5 for the Cavs. Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, Kevin Love, Jared Allen taking on Devontae Graham, Terry Rozier, Jalen McDaniels, Miles Bridges, and Bismack Biyombo. Hornets, night 2 of the short staff situation. I didn't get... I don't think I got... Oh, Rozier's probable, right? Okay.
Yeah, Rozier's probable, PJ Washington out, so we have no Cody Martin value anymore. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think Bridges still in play with no PJ Washington. He could see some minutes at the 4. But again, this is not a game I really want to target too much. I think with the Cavs, if you want to wait for Garland and Sexton, if both those guys sit, Mo opens up Dellavedova, gotta love Seti Osman. Jared Allen and Larry Nance are back. So that front court is suddenly really full. You got Kevin Love still there, Deed, Wade, Hartenstein were playing well. I don't know what they're doing with the rotation. Maybe Hartenstein falls out of the rotation, but I think it will definitely be 4 guys kind of playing 20 minutes apiece. Larry Nance has been out a while, so I think the Cavs, if Garland and Sexton are ruled out, you can play Seti Osman, Dellavedova, fade all the bigs, and in the Charlotte side, if you want to play Terry Rozier, Cavs are a top 5 DVP matchup against point guards. It's fine, but again, not somewhere I want to target. And other than Bridges,
82 on DK, that's rough.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough. Devontae Graham, I think, is intriguing after he kind of got there late yesterday, but kind of let us down from what we expected. Again, good matchup. Could he get there? Sure, but again, not tier 1 or even tier 2 plays. I think maybe just tier 3 with Bridges.
So I had yesterday I tiered 1 Miles Bridges, and it didn't really go great. But this Cleveland matchup, I'm willing to kind of go back on some goldfish memory. Maybe I go to like the tier 2 because of how deep the slate is. Maybe I don't feel like I have to be overly aggressive on Miles Bridges. But the reason I like Bridges is his minutes should be so high. He played 36 minutes yesterday against the Lakers. 25 fantasy points.
Jalen McDaniels out there playing more minutes, surprisingly.
Jalen McDaniels, yeah, at the 3. Yeah, I could see he's 4,700. Yeah, I could get behind that. I got him at 30 fantasy points on both sides, so at the price points, I could get behind that. And then this would likely be the spot where Devontae, right? This would be the game he goes off. So you mentioned Dellavedova on the Cavs side. I probably want to stay away from the Cavs, but if Garland and Sexton did end up not playing because of their injuries, I guess you would have to consider Dellavedova. But as vast as this slate is, man, I want all of the upside.
Seti Osman.
I just don't think. Yeah, I probably staying away from it overall. Even Dellavedova, like this slate's way too big. I gotta have upside. I don't, I gotta have upside. So that's where I'm at. Chad, what are you guys doing with this one before we move on to the next one? Mike says Ben Simmons could call Kyrie that. Whoa, Kyrie might get ejected. That's tough. I don't think Ben would do that. That would be wild though. Good thing Kyrie is good at playing basketball because he's cleaning toilets somewhere with his mental capacity. Yo. Guys,
Jesus.
Make respecting mental health normal, all right? Mowing lawns with Zach Greinke. Yeah, man. Greinke wants to mow some lawns, but all right. I didn't know if I never All right, let's move on to the next game here. Toronto Raptors hosting the San Antonio Spurs. Project starting 5 for the Spurs: Dejounte Murray, Derek White, DeMar DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, and Jakob Poeltl. Am I not Poeltl enough for the Poeltl Club? Taking on Malachi Flynn, Rodney Hood, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Chris Boucher. We got a 2-2-2 and another one, 2 is our total 5.5-point spread in favor of the visiting San Antonio Spurs. Raptors coming at us short-staffed again. I did not adjust projections to reflect it looks like we're going to have no Van Vliet, no Lowry again. So this is going to be kind of no Gary Trent. Yeah, that's a pretty big one. So Malachi Flynn, 5,300 on FanDuel, 55 on DK. His price really has not budged, and I really don't want a tier 1 Malachi Flynn again, but it's been working.
Got there.
It did. There. Yeah. And at 5'3", I don't really see a reason why I can't pin deep minutes on him. Probably going to be a 32 to 35 minute guy in a competitive game, so I will have Flynn up there. And then Pascal Siakam would have incredible uses. Yesterday he finally came through in this spot. One guy that I noticed, I noticed late, was Kim Burch. Recently joined the Raptors. You guys might remember him from Magic fame. He's an interesting value play. 3,300 on DraftKings. Yesterday he played 25 minutes and got 27 DKP. So if he can potentially compete for a point per minute in 25 minutes at 3,300, he definitely would make my back pocket as a potential value play today. And he's also a guy that's going to make Boucher a little bit riskier at 8K and 7-1, which is already inheriting a ton of risk. But maybe if you guys were wanting to have some Boucher exposure tonight, kind of hedge it a little bit with a little taste of Kim Burch. And then Freddie Gillespie looks like he might be available. On the Spurs side, I don't have a ton of high-end interest in these guys. We might get some fillers here. If it was in Toronto, I'd be more inclined to get that DeRozan revenge game. Jakob Poeltl is interesting.
Got a 50 bomb every game against the Raptors.
Yeah, 6,100 on Jakob Poeltl. I told you guys, I just love bigs against the Raptors right now. They're one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. Yesterday we saw Capella drop a 20-20 on him. Jakob Poeltl is 6-1 on DraftKings. There might be some upside on that one. Give me 38 to 45 is a ceiling range outcome. Poeltl has one game against the Raptors, only 18 minutes, dropped 19, so a point per minute there. And then more often than not, he'll give you a case for 30. So I do kind of like Poeltl. I do think they're a little too deep on this big of a slate for me to get too enamored with him as